Mom, I'm a mother now. The morning of the day you left us, we found out I was pregnant. I wanted to call you on the way to work, but stopped myself. A potential second miscarriage could have been too devastating for you. A blow to a system already so compromised by the medicine that was supposed to be saving you. So Arthur and I resolved that morning to be secretly, silently psyched. But when Stacy called, just after the kids had come in from lunch recess and began asking if you had a living will, I raced out of the school building, slumped down in the grass that is under that tree that is now more than just that tree, and pleaded to her, loudly, sobbing and oblivious to the 6- and 7-year-old ears on the other side of the open classroom windows. Tell her I'm pregnant. And then you were gone. And my belly grew and grew and grew. And now Maisie is here, and Piper too. I find myself squinting, stretching to see you in them and to see me in them, but they are themselves. Some days I am you, Mom. I am crafty and clean and concise and strong. I do the to-dos and don't do the do-not-evers, and I tire myself, as you did, doing so much for Dad and for your girls and for your students and, well, everybody, by yourself, for so long. But you still seem tireless to me. You are still sewing costumes, hand-painting what must have been hundreds of snowman sugar cookies with egg dye paints and those skinny little brushes, planting those ugly begonias I never really liked, and sorting our laundry. Socks sewn separately with brightly colored thread to be sure they made it to the right girl's sock drawer. You are wearing Dad's old army boots and teaching us how to use a compass, a pocket knife, how to make doughboys at Girl Scout camp. You are making up the bed just so in my tiny dorm room before driving home with Dad in the emptied out station wagon. You are taking our beloved big orange cats and our old Scotty dogs, one by one, on their final days to the vet, where you'll give them one last kiss and then drive home alone, solitary and sad. You're hanging their collars next to the kitchen sink, where you'll be able to think of them as you clean dishes in canary-gloved hands. You're answering the calls from yet again distraught daughters crying so hard they can barely get the words out. You are still holding our heartbreak. You are teaching ferociously, pissing off mothers of those kids you simply would not let fall behind. Some came to your funeral. Their children can read now. And you are still loving Dad, even though he may have forgotten how to love you. Or maybe he forgot whom he loved in the first place, because, Mom, you did change. And I am changing too. I am bitter and biting, surly and stubborn. I forget how deeply I love my husband, and that without him, my world loses most of its color. Some days I worry that I'll forget that I have hobbies and that I am damn good at many things. At my wedding, the last time any of us saw you and Dad together, you and Dad both alive, though certainly suffering and still silent towards one another, you spoke of how I am like my grandparents. You said that I can fix things like Woody, make things like Nancy, that I am thrifty like Grandpa Bud, and have a very deep love of the arts like Louise. Mom, tell me that I am also beautiful, and that I will live to know, really know my grandchildren, or at least most of them, as you did. Tell me that this hard time will pass, Mom, and that I will sleep well and maybe even have flying dreams again. Tell me that my body still knows how to ice skate, and that Maisie and Piper will not get lost or snatched or get owies too big to heal with kisses and Dora Band-Aids. Tell me, Mom, that being a mom won't always feel this tremendously hard, and that I will be able to stay on this side of happy and not go too far to the other side and be stuck where I think you got stuck, in that spot where being sickened by what's been lost and dreaming about what might yet be replaced just being in this moment, right here, right now. Tell me that you actually believed what that purple butterfly painted rock on your bedside table declared, that you really saw your life as a miracle unfolding. Help me know and feel and really roll around in the fact that my miracle is now. Smell with me my baby's mom and squeeze their chubby knees. Sneak onto my to-do list a bike ride, a day of garage sailing with my girlfriends, an extra 10 minutes on the beach to dig my toes in the sand and think about Dad, who is this ocean, each and every wave and tide pool. Had you been well enough to go with us girls and scatter his ashes in the warm Gulf water, could you have allowed yourself anything other than a raw and tormenting goodbye to a man you loved but couldn't heal? Would you have been able to hold us holding you? Is anyone ever that strong? Let me have long love and longing for him too, Mom. And let me have Marlena, my now not so new mother-in-law. She is not you, and on the days I let myself miss you, really miss you, on the days I put down the anger that keeps me from feeling how lost I am without you, I'd have Maisie use her magic wand to change her into you if I could, but I have her, and I need her, and I think somehow she needs me too. Let's sit together on your summertime porch, Mom. Put your book in your lap, and let's rock in Grandma's old wicker chairs you painted that one summer. Can I have a sip of your tea? Bitter and quenching?